Hi, Maria with the Amateur Crafter. Finally getting done with those tumblers. They were a beast to figure out what was wrong with my color, and I think my ink was bad is what came out of it. I ended up doing so many test prints that my black ink had depleted, and by that time I had to refill it. And when I refilled it, I tested it again and it came out correctly. But let me show you my test and my theory and my process for my test so that you can understand that. I'm going to pop over to my desk real quick and show you my tests and show you what I did. Okay, so let me adjust that camera just a little bit. Okay, so you saw a mug like this. I didn't want to use my tumblers as tests because I knew that would take a lot. So what I did was I ended up using my design, but testing it on different times and temperatures to see if that would make a difference in the brown, and it didn't. Now normally when your browns turn or your blacks turn brown, it means that you're overcooking your ink. This is where I tested, well, I'll get to that in just a second. So I tried lots of different times and temperatures. This is only one of like 4 mugs that I tested, and I consistently got the brown. Then I was like, fine, we'll do a different substrate. This was after I changed my ink. It turned out gray just fine. I went, what? So then I went ahead and tried the gray on this mug, and it turned out gray as it should. And then I went ahead and tried the gray on the tumbler, and it worked as well. So now I'm doing the tumblers. But let me actually show you some more of my tests. Just because it's probably a good idea. I think I may have broken some of them. Sorry. Yeah. So here you can see some more tests and times and temperatures. And again, I just started doing little strips of paper just to see. Oops. So here I am trying a tumbler. I even got, if you noticed, a new mug press that would let me finally adjust the time and temperature to see if that would make a difference. And not really. I really think my ink was bad. So anyways, it goes to show you. That was all of my, now, so that whole process, like, seriously took me 2 weeks, okay? I even was trying to clean 3 or 4 unclog 3 or 4 of the nozzles in my print, in my printer. And so, oh no, I didn't mirror these. Oh no. Let me change my print job, cancel my print job before I waste any sub paper. I've obviously been doing this so much that I just completely overlooked the mirror setting. Ah! Well, it happens to the best of us. Darn it. Cancel job. Rats. Well, I guess I'll throw that one away. Darn it. Well, this will be a good test mug. The one that I just put in there. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. I was just going to show you how I got it all together. I also learned bidirectional printing off. What else? Only 3 pieces of tape, as I did on this one. And what else? And well, that's, oh, and you know how I struggled so hard to test or tape down the top and the bottom on the other one? Yeah, don't do that. 3 pieces of tape only. And your top and bottom should only be just the size, I mean, your image should only be the size of the tumbler. Just the size of the tumbler, not anything extra. Okay. So my first tumbler is done. Let's go ahead and take a peek. I learned about a peak test as well. I'll show you that here in a second. So here is the first mug. So on the peak test, what you do is you just lift up your tape a little bit. You just the edge. And it looks like I could do the edge a little bit more. But it also looks a little bit brown on the edges here. So I probably, but it looks gray underneath there. So, you know what? I actually want to see this one to see how the, well, anyways, peak test. So you take a peek and then you do it again. So that means that the tape wasn't tight enough around the edge for the peak test. Let's take a look at the top. And then in my mug press, make sure that we get it really good at the top and the bottom. So I'm doing this at a lower temperature than is recommended. And I'm wondering if I need to do a higher temperature. Yeah. So this line, what happened here, actually the bottom looks pretty good and the top looks pretty good. There's just a minimal amount of ghosting, so I just need to do the top and bottom a little bit better. Oh, the blacks and the grays look really good here. So I'll tell you what happened here on the side. Oh, see, that looks great. So on this side, I got the press really nice and tight along the edge. And on this side, I did not. The press was a little bit not as tight as it should be. I should turn this around, turn the whole mug around and get it back in the right way. So I learned a lot on this mug, but it's gray. Yay! You know what? I do think I might want to turn up, well, I don't know if I want to turn up the temperature. The fact that it's gray just makes me really happy. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Next up, print my masters and then get to taping these all up and getting them ready. Okay, so I have 9 of these mugs, so I need 9 masters. Let's just go ahead and verify my, now that I've canceled my print job. Oops, I didn't bring it over. There we go. Let's grab my 9. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. I don't want to print all 6 pages, just page 6. And I want to go to printer properties. I'm going to turn back on my print preview. I've learned. So there's my print preview. This is going to be in grayscale only. And I need to put on my mirror. There is my mirror image. There we go. Okay, and how many copies? We need to do 9 copies. Okay. And wait for the print preview to come up. They should be backwards. That's the print job, the print queue. No print job yet, no print preview yet. Come on. Oh, did I not click the print button? That's funny. There we go. Yay, they're backwards. Page 1 and print. Okay, there we go. So those will start printing here in a minute. Okay, so here's my first master. It has a nice blue hue to it. So first of all, I'm going to cut off the top and the bottom. I have my publisher printout. You can't see it here. Let me show you. Marks, printer's marks, so that I know where to cut. And I just line those up on my paper trimmer and cut those. Oops, that was not straight at all, but that will be just fine. Okay. I jostled it a little bit just as I was moving it, just as I put the lid down on the last one. Okay, so also the printer's mark, I do have a bleed on it for a full flush, and that's why I think part of the edge wasn't very clear near the handle, so I'm going to cut off that little edge, so 1/16 of an inch about there. And that'll also give me more room to get a tighter tape on my mug. Okay, so this one should be ready to tape. This will be a lot of back and forth, unfortunately. Set that right there. There's my mug. Okay, and the tape. So I'm just going to line it up with the top and the bottom edges of the mug and just rotate my mug in the paper to fit. See, now there's no overlap. Okay, there it is, and I'm going to pull really tight on that tape over to the other side. Do the same thing at the bottom. Well, let's do the middle first. There we go, and the bottom. Okay, and get it in the mug press. So on my actual sub paper, I don't need blowout paper, so that's why I'm not using it in this case. It's thick enough that it doesn't cause the blowout. So that's going. I'm gonna pause the video while that goes. Well, that's funny. I didn't switch it over to my desk camera that whole time I was talking, so I'll do it again. Sorry about that. Now you can see the mug in my mug press. Oh my goodness. I might be a little bit frazzled by this job. I'll be glad to see it over. So here in about 30 seconds, I'm going to turn this mug around so that the handle, well, I'll show you what I mean when I turn it around, but I want to make sure that I get the same pressure on both edges to get a nice sublimation transfer on both sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So take this out very carefully, bring it around, see if I can get it back in the press. There we go. And then put it against, really tight against this side. I'm going to let that go for another 3 minutes to make sure that I get that edge really transferred well. I could take a peek while I'm here. I'm sure it'll be fine on this side for ghosting. Oh, that looks really good on this side. So we'll just have to wait to check for the other side. Let's see if I've got any more masters done. I do, so I can get the next one ready. These masters are so much more blue than they were before. It's just crazy to me how I didn't want to believe that it was my ink because the sublimation ink isn't cheap. But by the time I was, troubleshooting my printer for the ink nozzles, running purge pages, on and on, it was just, ran out. So I needed to refill it anyway. So it didn't really matter. But I just didn't want it to be my ink. Just a kind of a bummer. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and do this. I did lint roll my tumblers already, so they already have been freed of lint. Okay, that looks really good at the top. Let me move my tape over as well. Just to let you know, this sub tape that I'm using, it was the cheapest on Amazon. Don't recommend it. I don't love it. It's not great. I mean, it's sufficient, but I'm not going to buy it again. I'm going to buy it from an actual sublimation provider next time. Okay, let's take a peek. I'm just going to put this here to hold that up. Really good at the top. And on the other side, yep. Let's look at the bottom. It's really hot. I need my gloves. Let me get my gloves. And my weeder. One of the sublimation, it's called PNW sublimations. They call it the PNW pink. So, yep, that looks good. So we'll just set that to the side to cool down and put our next mug in. Okay, so I actually have a 20-ounce tumbler template. Oh, I set this up already. I didn't realize I did. Let's see if it'll bring in the background. Yeah, it did. So anyways, 20-ounce tumbler template. I ran out of the handled tumblers, so I'm going to do the, sorry, I can't click and talk at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and do the tall, skinny, 20-ounce skinny tumblers as well. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to just apply this to background fill. There we go. Delete that picture. And I'll go ahead and send this to the printer as well. I'm just still cleaning up the file just to make the file a little bit smaller. Save this master and print. And I have 4 of those tall skinny tumblers. We don't need both pages. And we need to double check the printer properties. We'll do grayscale only. We'll do the print preview to make sure. And bidirectional and mirror is on. We'll take off bidirectional just for the sake of it. And I'm not going to check my color. Well, I'll show you. My color, when you change it to grayscale, your color options change. So that's why I wasn't going to change that. Okay. And I need 4 of these. Okay. And then this time I'm going to click print. Let's get the print preview up, make sure it looks right. Oh, time to move my mug. Well, this one's cooled down enough. Let's go ahead and take a look. See what we can improve for the next one. I'm sure this one will be fine, but I always want to see how we can do better. That is a really nice edge. We do have a little bit of a line there where we flipped it around, but that's really not too bad. I am impressed. I don't know what that scratch is. It might just be a piece of paper. So good. So it's already cooled down that much. So that's good. I think I'm on board for the 3 tape pieces. It's low effort and high reward. So I'm all about that. Okay, so let's get this one cut up. And wrapped, because that one's going to be ready in just a minute. Well, I did a little bit of a mess up there as well. So since I cut off the painter's mark on the what would be the vertical, I'm actually just lining up with the inside of my ruler here, assuming that's straight. Okay, that looks really good. I think I'm going to try the middle first this time. Then the top. Oh, my camera fell down. Sorry about that. And now it's probably yucky again. Let me tighten it up. Sorry for the jostling there. And the mug is done. Okay. Pull that guy out and set him up there to cool down. This mug goes in. There we go. Okay, what do I need to do? I was printing. Let's see if that job got into the print queue, because I'm not sure that it did. I don't remember seeing the print preview, but I don't remember if I actually put the print preview up. So let's see on the print queue if it went through. I hope I select mirror too. You know what? There's enough printing jobs. I should cancel it just to be sure, and then yeah, I'm gonna cancel it and resend it just to be sure. That's not gonna, I don't want to cancel them all. I just want to cancel this one. There we go. Yes, okay. We'll just minimize that job and go back to print. Print, page 2, landscape, printer properties. We want 4 copies. There's the print preview. We want it in grayscale. And mirror is selected. Okay, just wanted to be sure. I don't want to waste any more pages of sub sheets. I figured that each sub sheet costs about $1 a sheet, between that and the ink. So it's kind of expensive when you think about it. Okay, it sounds like another sheet just came through. Yep, just finished. I'm gonna float it around to get it a little bit more dry. It is pretty dry. It's not smearing or anything, so I'm not really worried about it, but okay. Okay, well now we're to the factory part of this video. So I'm gonna pause the video because this is, I don't want to call it the boring part, but this is the repetitive part. And so, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll make this go 2 times speed. Yeah, I don't know. That's hard. It's not hard, it's just extra steps for me. So we'll see. Well, we're definitely to the repetitive part, so I'll pause the video for now and you can enjoy. Thanks. Okay, one more. Long sides first. There we go, and now short sides. I've seen some people, well, Cricut, do this in their roll holder too. So make it a dual purpose thing. There we go. That feels good. "30 seconds before I turn it." See if this one's cool enough to bag. Nope. I'm worried about this one. I may have done the same side twice. So I'm going to do a peek on it and see, because I'm second guessing myself. No, at least not on that side. Let's check the other side just to be sure. No, it's on that side too. Okay, so it's fine. I just have done enough of these. I'm starting to second guess myself. As I should. Oh, let's see if I've got another piece of paper that's ready to be cut. Nope, it's about halfway through.